So I'm going to try to replace the rear tire on this Senada Austin e-bike. It is a 20 by 3-inch tire. So I think you have to pull the bolts off of both sides, and you actually have to pull it out completely to replace it. So the first thing I noticed was there were 2 bolts here on each side. There's also a connector though, so it looks like you had to undo that connector, and then you have to cut these 2 zip ties off. And then on the other side, I took the washer off and the nut off. Okay, this was difficult. So I actually had to take a block and a hammer, and I turned the bike the other way around so the weight would be pushing downwards. And it was actually angled this way. So I took the block and I put it on each side, and I just kind of hammered down, and then it finally slid out. Okay, so it took some wriggling to get the tire out. I tried to keep the chain as close as possible and not mess with it so I can put it back in. So now we're going to deflate it and try to get this tire off the rim. So this was actually pretty loose, so I just kind of got it to where I can just pull it. Although I guess you could use some spoons or tire pullers. It was supposed to include tire pullers. I just got a couple Lego brick separators here. And I'm going to pull this tube out next so I don't accidentally pop it. So this tire's seen better days. I noticed striping, probably because I underinflated it quite a bit all around the tire, so this was due to bust. But you can also see the tread was pretty worn down. Little tiny bit of tread left, but not much. So what we're going to do next is we're going to inspect the bead here and make sure no metal's sticking up. There's a little protective strip here to protect from the spikes hitting the rubber. That looks good. So the next thing we're going to do is try to put our replacement tire on. This was pretty cheap. It was like 30 bucks for 2 on Amazon. Unfortunately, they ship them rolled to save on shipping, so I don't know if this will bend itself out once it's inflated. I hope it does. I hope it does. I left it out in the sun too to try to reshape it, but okay, so the thing looked way too big at first, but I guess it kind of bends in. So I guess we got to put the tube in first, and then we also have to reverse this tread. Okay, so what I did was once I got it all on the rim, I undid one side of the rim, and then I stuck in where the valve stem goes first, and I'm just kind of slowly working it around, making sure not to put any crimps in it. The tube is still a little inflated, which will help prevent the crimping. Okay, we got the tube in. Now I think we're probably just going to take a hand pump and try to pump that up a little bit to firm it up. Make sure we're not pinching anywhere. Okay, so I got it flipped upside down again. I'm going to try to get gravity to work with me. I got the bike on the rim. Now, one trick I would use is to put it on like a paint or drywall bucket while you're putting air in it. Then you can kind of squeeze the sides and make sure as you're filling that you're not pinching it. So we're going to try to jam this thing back in here. Okay, so I had a hard time kind of getting it in. These bolts have to go, these little nuts have to go near the top, and then for the chain, that chain kind of has to just peel back. Kind of hard to explain, but the chain wraps around like this when you put the tire back in. So we're going to put the bolts and everything back together. Sidewall. You can literally get a finger through there, so that was just an accident waiting to happen. So I think we got everything back together here, so we're going to flip it around and take it for a test drive.